The OnePlus 5 just hit the market and everyone is curious about their new dual camera. How does it compare with the competition? I've got a Google Pixel XL, so we are going to take this on the street and do a camera showdown. I'm Shannon of TekThing, and I just got a OnePlus 5 in for review. We did a full review on the main show, but today we are hitting the local town to see how the camera compares in the real world with a Google Pixel XL. So first off, the specs. The OnePlus 5 has dual cameras on the rear. Those are 16 megapixels f1.7 and 20 megapixels f2.6, which will allow for really cool bokeh portrait type photos as well as an optical zoom. The front camera is 16 megapixels and that's f2.0. Now on the other hand, the Pixel XL has one 12.3 megapixel f2.0 camera on the back, and on the front it has an 8 megapixel f2.4. I ran photography through my usual review test to try out HDR, nighttime and daylight photos, focus, and color accuracy and clarity. I also tested both with video to try out the electronic image stabilization, which both phones have. With HDR on, the OnePlus 5 takes much more saturated photos that are very pleasing to the eye, to be honest. While the photos' colors popped more with HDR, details were slightly lost in shadow when compared to the Pixel's photo. The OnePlus 5 had a harder time distinguishing details in a very bright setting, sometimes becoming overexposed. I had tons of fun testing out the depth mode, which gives you a nice bokeh effect in the photos. That's where the subject is clear and the background is a little blurry, kind of gives it a professional portrait type of feel. It impressively figured out what item was supposed to be my subject and did a very good job of keeping the edges sharp while blurring out everything right behind it. When compared to the Pixel, which does not have a bokeh mode, it definitely held its own. Though, when viewing the photos side by side, you can clearly see how saturated the color looks on the OnePlus, while the Pixel gives it a much more natural feel. Low light images brought out really grainy textures in darker regions of photos, and brighter areas lost some detail when compared to the Pixel XL, which did not do perfect itself, but it definitely surpassed the OnePlus 5. Alright, moving on to photos with the front camera. First, I took a couple of normal selfies outside in the sunlight like I normally would. The Pixel XL captured my skin's natural color tone while keeping the sky blue and the sidewalk detail right behind me. The OnePlus 5 gave me a lighter tone while losing detail in the sidewalk behind me and also slightly overexposing the sky and lighter parts of the photo, such as the white truck. I also tested beauty mode in the studio to see how it would compare. Strangely enough, even with beauty mode turned off, my face was still beautified, giving me this airbrushed look. The OnePlus 5 with beauty mode on was ultra airbrushed at the highest setting, almost to the point of making people look porcelain. Whoa, kinda creeped me out. It kept more detail on things like my eyeliner and my eyeshadow, but the Pixel kept my natural color. The lens on the OnePlus 5 is close to the width of my Pixel XL, so selfies with 4 or so friends won't be an issue at all. Both the OnePlus 5 and the Pixel XL rock at EIS, which is Electronic Image Stabilization. I took them both on a walk around town and noticed that the Pixel XL shows you stabilized footage as you record, while the OnePlus 5 generated the stabilized footage after you hit stop. Now, while these are different ways of implementing it, they both still use the same technology and they give you pretty much the same output. While the OnePlus 5 was exactly what I was expecting for photography out of a $500 phone, I was very impressed with its ability to record with excellent stabilization as well. If you like Instagram-worthy, color-saturated photos, the OnePlus 5 would be a perfect fit, especially with its perks such as beauty mode, slow-mo, time-lapse, and the bokeh effect, all built into the default camera app. Since it also comes equipped with a Pro mode, which allows for those minute customizations and raw photography, and by the way, it does shoot in 4K too, it should be considered as a worthy competitor, even beating out some other options. But for a more natural feel and less detail loss, the Pixel XL is the clear choice, especially since third-party camera apps exist, giving you many of the abilities that are built into OnePlus's default camera app. So which one is your favorite? Let me know in the comments below. In the meantime, make sure to hit the subscribe button to see more videos from us. And don't forget, check out the full review on TekThing. I am Shannon, and I will see you on Thursday.